Hi everybody and welcome to Seeking the Sacred Earth. Today we're discussing the EFT tapping technique and I'm going to jump right in. The EFT technique taps into our meridian system. Remember, we're made up of energy. Before we're physical, we're energy, and energy surrounds us all. Everything is comprised of energy. So when we're experiencing trauma, intense negative emotions, memories we can't get rid of, the EFT technique puts the energy into meridians, into pressure points, realigns the meridians, and activates the amygdala in our brain. The amygdala is the part of our brain that controls our flight or fight response. So by activating it, we are literally releasing memories, trauma, negative feelings from our mind, body, and energetic field. If you guys have been watching these videos, you know I've survived a ton of trauma. And proud to say, I have learned so many techniques to help other people release theirs. EFT is one of the very best. Every time I use it, I see results. It's tried and it's true. So let's get to it right now. I'm going to walk you through a very simple version of how we use basic EFT. I'm going to show you the pressure points that we tap on, and I'm just going to walk you through a basic way that we would work on anxiety, because I made a lot of videos about anxiety. I get a lot of emails and comments that that's really plaguing a lot of people right now. It's a real deal. So let's get to it. This is a karate point chop. Now, what we do here with this point is we're just going to repeat something for 3 times. We're repeating an affirmation to give our subconscious mind an understanding that it's safe, that it's okay to release this stuff, because some of this stuff could be really heavy. So here we go. Even though I'm filled with anxiety, I deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. Even though I am filled with anxiety, I deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. Even though I'm filled with anxiety, I know that with EFT I can let it go, and I deeply love, honor, and accept myself. So it's time. First point, the beginning of the eyebrow, and you can do either side. This anxiety, and you're just going to name what you're feeling. This anxiety. Second point, end of the eyebrow. Next point, this anxiety I'm experiencing right now. And the next one, underneath the nose. This anxiety that is consuming me right now. Next, under the chin. This anxiety, under the lip. This anxiety on the chin. Next, in this little part right on the clavicle, below this bone. This anxiety. This anxiety that I'm experiencing. For women, it's right under the bra line. For men, it's going to be middle of your ribs. This anxiety, and you just keep speaking about what you're experiencing. Last point is on top of the head. This anxiety that I'm experiencing. And get specific. This anxiety that I'm experiencing about the future. The unknown, this anxiety I have about the unknown future. Don't know what's coming next. Don't know if it's going to be good. Don't know what's coming. In the past, it hasn't always been good, and so I have this anxiety. This anxiety, name how you feel it. This anxiety, it tightens my chest, makes it hard to breathe. This anxiety, I feel it in my jaw tightens. This anxiety in my hips, it tightens my hips. This anxiety, I can feel it in my stomach. This anxiety has roots. I know it comes from my childhood. I know this was a normal response. But I'm experiencing it now, and I'd like to release it. This anxiety I'm experiencing. Because I acknowledge it, I can also choose to release it, and so I do. I release this anxiety. I release this anxiety on a cellular level, on a DNA and mitochondrial level. I release this anxiety from the very first time I even experienced it, all the way back. I release this anxiety, and I release it here and now. As I release this anxiety, I am filled with a sense of peace. I release this anxiety. This anxiety. I release it in mind, body, and spirit. Amen, or so mote it be, or hell yeah. And then you take a big deep breath out through the mouth, and then you assess. Has the intensity come down? I guarantee you it will have. But by how much? And if you still need more releasing, then you do it again. Sometimes I just do 3 rounds of it if I'm in a hurry, but there's sometimes where I do it for 10 to 15 minutes on one issue or one sensation or one memory. It's really, you can fine tune it for what you're dealing with. How blessed are we to have these techniques? Because yes, sitting in a therapist's office can be great and necessary. And yes, there are certain pharmaceuticals that can really give us some space and time to get it together until we're ready to really look at what's happened to us. But when you're ready to take the reins of your healing, there is a boatload of techniques that you can use to take your power back and start releasing the trauma, the pain, the fear, the memories that plague and haunt you on your own. So on SeekingTheSacredEarth.com, there is a services tab. I offer readings, some different stuff that I'm getting more and more proficient at in the years that I'm sharing with people. But I'm also now going to be offering an EFT session where I will take you through this personally. We can customize it for you. I'll work with you until you get proficient at it yourself, because that's really what this is about. I give you this tool, you use it for yourself, and then you can teach it to other people and use it for other people. Also, below, I'm going to be leaving several different links to different websites where you can really learn about the science of this technique. And I encourage you to search the rest of YouTube, because there are some incredible practitioners literally doing videos on all different topics, on letting go of money trauma, attracting money, attracting love, letting go of worthlessness and low self-esteem, insomnia, addiction. There's so much. So many videos. And most of them are incredible. So you have an enormous wealth of information on this technique at your disposal just because we have the internet. So not only can you release stuff with EFT, you can pump your system back up. You can raise your vibration with it. So let's end this video with a juicy one. Let's amp up our vibes. So with this, I don't do the credit. When I'm doing positive stuff, I just go straight to it. So I live in an abundant universe. The universe is abundant. I can see that. There's a ton of blue sky. There's a ton of green trees. And there's so many birds. It's an abundant universe. And I'm a part of this universe. That means that I'm abundant too. And so I call in this abundance now. I call in an abundance of joy. I call in an abundance of creativity. I call in an abundance of love. I call in an abundance of wealth and creativity and success. I call in opportunities to serve others and to connect deeply with my fellow man. And I call in a deep connection with this planet Earth, this beautiful Gaia. And as I call in this connection, my birthright of peace and serenity flows to me. My body relaxes, my mind is at peace, and I am centered in the knowing that I am safe and cared for. I am safe, and I live in an abundant universe. That means I am abundant too. Amen! The basics of EFT. If you want help learning it, hit me up. I'll teach you so that you have this technique on site for you always. If this video resonated with you and you know someone that you think it could also help, please send it to them. Thank you so much for viewing, you guys.